Alright guys, here we go. Game number 3 between Jack and QXC. So far, we have seen QXC actually manage to take the first 2 games between these 2 players in this 3-game series. So there you have it. QXC definitely on a roll right now. Last game did a really nice job of consistently harassing Jack's Expos. He just really hurt his economy, opening up with 2 racks Marine pressure, following it up with Infernal Pregnant Hellions, and then using Marines and Marauders to just constantly hit the Expos of Jack. He basically just kept Jack on his back foot for most of the game. During the big engagement that did take place in the middle of Zelnaga, QXC just had a really nice spread of all of his tanks, didn't keep anything too clumped up, and even though it made any given end of that spread a little bit vulnerable, as a whole it made his army much more able to protect itself. Essentially, that's the whole idea behind it. Looks like QXC is going to be going for that frontal wall off right away here. Not going to be going for that fast depot right next to his mineral line to cut back on mineral time. He, in fact, actually wants to get up this wall off a little bit early. Taking a look over here for Jack, still no decisive factors. We're going to have to wait at least another moment or two before we see if he's going to be going for starting off with a one-base play or if he is, in fact, going to be going for that quick expo. So, yes, there you have it. QXC, there's that barracks as expected. So, definitely liking doing these series for you. There's just been a whole lot going on, so hopefully you guys have been enjoying this as well. And wow, actually again going to be opening up with that 2 racks pressure. QXC absolutely loving this opening Marine harassment, and I certainly do not blame him. It's worked quite well against Jack. Jack has had a problem fending this off against just with the 2 different builds he's doing. With that fast expand build, he's had trouble, and then opening up with 1 base, he's had trouble. So QXC, why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, basically. Might as well just keep going with that 2 racks pressure because it's obviously worked for him so far. The drone of Jack moving up. He did spot that 2 rack, so at least now Jack knows, okay, I got to prepare for this. It's coming. He fully expects this at this point in time. He does have that Overlord scouting around to try to look for any possible bunker placement. And again, just keep in mind what Jack needs to do is the second that that SCV starts trying to build a bunker, he has just got to get in there and stop it from happening. He's got to try to kill off that SCV. That is the #1 focus at that point in the game. There is a second SCV moving out, and there's finally that first Marine, couple more Marines streaming on out. As always, with this type of 2 racks opening, you expect an expansion to be coming at some point after this push continues to work its way through. That's basically just the natural follow-up, and it seems to be the most effective. One drone moving out, trying to scout around. I actually expect that SCV to wait to move in until his Marines are a little bit closer. There's that first Marine coming on in. The SCV is moving around, getting some information. Actually going to move to engage the drone worker, forcing him to pull off. We do have 4 now, a total of 5 drones down here to try to stop this from going down. Is it going to be enough, though? The Marine is up. Drone's going to be trying to work on that Marine. That is going to be pretty much our primary target at this point because the Marine is the most dangerous. The Expo is finally up, so he's going to want to start to get this placement down sometime soon. There's an additional Marine. He really needs to make sure he keeps up these SCVs, and on the flip side, Jack really needs to make sure these SCVs get dropped. There we go. Double bunker placement. 1 SCV does get dropped, though. Is the second one going to die, too? Looks like it's going to. Jack actually sacrificing his Zerglings. Is he going to be able to kill it? Just needs a couple more shots. There we go. SCV is dead, so QXC probably going to be forced to kill these off. Now, we do still have continuous Marine pressure, though, because these Marines are still pretty effective against those Zerglings, even without those bunkers. Some more Marines coming on through. Do we have any additional SCVs? No, we do not. So just going to be canceling these bunkers and just going for the regular Marine pressure. However, with this spine crawler, not going to be that effective. Can't really push in on that. He can try to move on to the backside maybe to try to stop mining, but he really doesn't want to walk in that spine crawler while it's up. We can see QXC did just put down that command center as expected. He's going to be going for that expo as that natural follow-up. Marine's going to be waiting until some more of their buddies actually join the party to pull down. We can see actually still nowhere near that metabolic boost because he hasn't started mining gas until right now. Just finally moved it in. So there you go. Marine's actually going to be moving right to the backside there. I did take 1 shot, unfortunately, from that spine. Going to be taking care of these Zerglings very quickly. Then probably working on that Queen and stopping mining again. QXC has just been terrorizing the economy of Jack for the past 3 games. He has stopped so much mining time from Jack just from this continuous harassment that he's been doing. There's 1 Queen, 2nd Queen coming on down. There's a bunch of Zerglings too. He could do a good job of catching reinforcements, pulling on down, trying to deal with this. 2 Queens engaging. Some more Zerglings finally popping out, but these Marines with some good micro having no problem dealing with those Zerglings. They will, however, be forced to push back because those Queens are a little too much for them at this point. Still some more Marines, although in all honesty, I think QXC's push is pretty much stopped right now. He can't really do too much damage. Spinecrawler is going to move down to try to be able to more easily defend this backside, though it's not going to be able to stop the Marines from sitting right here and stopping mining from these 2 patches. So that is definitely something to consider. Take a look over here. Another rack's coming out here. That Expo just about finished. So wow, QXC just consistently going with this Marine pressure. dropping these Zerglings one at a time, forcing these queens off and away from the line into a dangerous position. The creep tumor is up, going to start spreading out that creep, giving Jack a little bit of extra vision as to what's going on. But look at this, just constantly whittling away at the Expo, and this marine pressure is just too much for Jack. He cannot handle it. It's unbelievable. Jack, I'm going to do it. He can do Jack squat. I did it. There we go. I went there. Jack can do Jack squat against this marine pressure. He is just having so much trouble. These aren't even upgraded marines. There's no stim pack. There's nothing but just continuous marine pressure, and Jack just really can't handle it. The losses are unbelievable. Like, he's taking so many losses. 38 units killed so far. Only 3 workers, but QXC just been destroying, and that Expo is almost dead. Is he going to get it with just marines? Is he really going to kill that Expo with just marines? Even if he doesn't, any follow-up push should be able to drop this very quickly, but he is very close right now to killing that off. Sorry I dropped production. Metabolic boost just starting right now. Trying to move down with some Zerglings and trying to engage those Zerglings, but some nice micro stopping the Zerglings, almost killing this queen. There's another queen finally. Jack is getting destroyed by QXC's opening 2 racks push. 2 racks is too much, and there it goes. Jack loses the hatchery. This is really unfortunate for Jack. I'm feeling really bad right now. He just lost his hatchery to nothing but normal marines. That was it. It was just a 2 racks. In fact, QXC could have done nothing else but that 2 racks, and he would still be in the same position right now with the amount of damage that he has done. Unreal. This really goes to show you, if you don't know how to properly respond to a 2 racks pressure, how devastating it can be as a Zerg player. Now, in all honesty, I gotta say, Jack, giving excuses. Why wouldn't you if you lose to a 2 racks? I'd have to say. But this is, in all honesty, 2 racks can be effective, but I got to be honest in saying that Jack clearly doesn't really know how to properly deal with this. At least it doesn't seem that way, because I've seen 2 racks thwarted time and time again by Zerg players, especially when you open up on one base play. But anyways, yeah, there you have it. So QXC with just a 2 racks marine pressure killed off the natural Expo. Jack gonna be forced to try to deal with this and make up, coming out with that quick third as well. And the real danger, of course, right now is that he's got nothing. Jack's got nothing for army supply. Literally a big whopping 0. No army supply at all. Here's a bunch more marines. Here's some Hellions as well. Jack's not going to be able to do anything about this. He does not have anything at all to deal with it. There's a Baneling's Nest. Yeah, Roachwarn would have been nice in all honesty. Roachwarn could have helped him deal with all this, but he is going to have a very, very hard time dealing with these Hellions and Marines right now. Infernal Preigniter just about finished. We're still a little ways away from that stim pack finishing, but it doesn't matter. That Infernal Preigniter is going to help so much against those workers and Zerglings, and I am really not sure what Jack is planning on doing right now. Trying to wall off here with this queen, but it's not going to matter. Those Marines pulling forward is going to stop that from happening. Infernal Preigniters are now in the base, and see you later, drones. See you later, Zerglings. I am forecasting the demise of all of these units right now. There's not a whole lot. There we go. Jack just saying Grassman and leaving the game. And unreal, we just saw Jack get rolled by 2 racks pressure. For the 3rd game in a row, we saw QXC open up with a 2 racks Marine bunker push. This time, luckily for Jack, he was actually able to stop the placement of those bunkers, and that's definitely a big advantage in dealing with this type of harassment. Now, even though Jack stopped the placement of those bunkers, he had a very hard time against QXC's Marine Micro. With nothing more than a continuous stream of Marines, unupgraded, no stim pack, no combat shield. Again, with that micro staying away from the melee range, QXC was actually able to whittle down the economy and kill the natural expansion of Jack, again with just unupgraded Marines. Unbelievable feat for QXC. Along with this 2 racks push, QXC did of course go for a fast expand, which is pretty much the normal. Because Jack lost his Expo to just those Marines, he was so far behind that he cannot fend off the secondary follow-up with Infernal Preigniter Hellions and Marines. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this 3-game series between QXC and Jack. QXC taking all 3 games between the 2, and there you have it. So as always, guys, if you like the commentary, if you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Keep watching and keep owning.